The President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has forwarded a list having a total of 32 names of ambassador nominees to the Senate for screening. He had previously forwarded 3 names, making it a total of 35 names so far. These are some of the faces of the nominees. Okay, in this video, we ask the question, what says the law regarding the appointment of ambassadors or of ambassadors and high commissioners? What is it that the president is expected to do under the Constitution? What is he expected to consider in the appointment of any person as ambassador or as a high commissioner? We look at it in this video. Now, we first of all ask the question, where does the president derive the power to appoint ambassadors and high commissioners? We come to section 171 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999. What does it say? It says the power to appoint persons to hold or act in the offices to which this section applies and to remove the persons so appointed, remove. So the president has the power to remove them at any time. So appointed from such office shall vest in the president exclusively. No other person has that power to appoint, right? The offices to which this section applies are 1. Secretary to the government of the Federation. 2. Head of the civil service of the Federation. 3. This is the one that concerns us in this video, ambassadors, high commissioners, or other principal representatives of Nigeria abroad. It is only the president that has that power. Now, in exercising that power, what does the law require of the president? The first thing the law requires of the president is that he must represent, he must have regard to federal character of Nigeria and the need to promote national unity. Federal character, right? That is what the Constitution requires the president to do in the consideration of the names of persons to be appointed as commissioners, high commissioners, and ambassadors. Note again, federal character. We get to ask that question in this video. Whether the names so far sent by the president to the Senate reflects the principle of federal character in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. What is the role of the Senate in the appointment of high commissioners and ambassadors? We look at section 171 of the Constitution, sub 4. It says, an appointment to the office of ambassador, high commissioner, or other principal representative of Nigeria abroad shall not have effect unless the appointment is confirmed by the Senate. Members of the Senate of Nigeria, they have that constitutional responsibility to confirm the names of those persons so appointed, so nominated, and sent to the Senate. And that is why the president has, not on his own, unilaterally appointed and then sworn them in. He has sent their names to the National Assembly for screening. Can we say that there is federal character in the list just published? Can we say so? This is a Federal Character Commission, which is an institution of its own, created by the Constitution, created by an act of parliament to ensure that there is respect for the principle of federal character. So can we say that federal character has been observed in this list? This is the list of 35 ambassadors, right? 35 ambassadors, 1 down to 35, full list of the ambassador nominees sent to the Senate by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Ambassador Ayodele Oke, he was the, I think he was the Director General of NIA, right? He's from Oyo State. Ambassador Amin Mohammed Dalhatu is from Jigawa State. Retired Colonel Lateef Kayode Are is from Ogun State. Enebechi Monica Okwechukwu from Abia State. Yakubu Nyaku Danladi Taraba. Maimuna Ibrahim Besto Adamawa. Kebbi State has Musa Abubakar. Sindov Endoni, Bayelsa State. Chima Jeffrey Leoma David. Ebonyi State, Ogun State has Adeola Ibrahim. Ondo State has Abimbola Reuben. Edo State has Uduma. Hamza Salau. Niger State, Katsina has Bade. Borno State has Monguno. Kaduna State has Dahiru. Gambari is from Kwara State. Osun State has Akonde. Agbonaya Kalu, Abia State. Reno Mokri, Delta State, that's Reno, Delta State. Mohammed Yakubu, that is the former, Mahmoud Yakubu from Ekiti. I'm doubting that. Mahmoud Yakubu, the former INEC chairman, is not from Ekiti. So, Erelu Angela Adebayo, Enugu State, Katsina has, Katsina State here has Maigeri. And other names here, you have Fanika Yode from Osun State, Nkechilinda Ofochukwu Barrister, Oyo State, Anambra State. Oyo has Ajimobi, Akonde, Lola Akonde, Lagos, Adamawa, Ikpa Azu is from Abia State. Ondo has its own representative and Benue has its own representative, making it a total of 35 names. Now, if you watch carefully, you see that some states have more than one. They have two, they have three. You will also see that some states do not have any representation on this list. We look at it together. In summary, Abia State has 3 nominees. Oyo has 2. Lagos has 2. Ogun has 2. Osun has 2. Ondo has 2 names. Plateau State has 2. Ekiti has 2. Right? All other states you have on that list, they have 1 nominees each. The other ones have 2 and 3. States without representation. Let's look at those states without any representation whatsoever. Akwa Ibom has no representation on that list. Cross River State has no representation on that list. Imo State has no representation on that list. River State has no representation on that list. Bauchi State, Gombe, Kano, Kogi, Nasarawa, Sokoto, Yobe, and Zamfara states. They don't have any representation on that list. It looks like all the states in Western Nigeria have been represented on that list. All the states in Western Nigeria have been represented on that list. Not all the states in the South have been represented. I think not all the states in the Southeast have been represented. Imo has not been represented. And not all the states in the North have also been represented in this list. We proceed, right? Now, can we say that federal character is represented in the list just sent by the presidency, the 35 names? Can we say that federal character has been represented so far? We look at section 14 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, sub 3. It says, the composition of the government of the Federation or any of its agencies, in this case, diplomatic agency or diplomatic service, and the conduct of its affairs shall be carried out in such a manner as to reflect federal character of Nigeria and the need to promote national unity and to also command national loyalty, thereby ensuring that there shall be no predominance of persons from a few states or from a few ethnic or other sectional groups in that government or in any of its agencies. That's the Constitution of Nigeria. 4. The composition of the government of a state or local government, it provides the same thing regarding the composition of a state or any of the agencies of the states. Right. Now, in the list that you just saw, in this list, right, 35 names, you see that some states have 2, some states have 3, others have none. So, some states have 3 names, other states have 2 names, while others have 0 names. So, what's the truth about this? Obviously, federal character principle is not reflected in the nominations in the way and manner expected in the Constitution. Some states have 3, others have 2. Others have 1. Okay, 3-2. While others do not have. That does not reflect federal character principle duly and strictly followed. Right? Now, before we go, let's listen to what one of the nominees, Reno Omokri, you know the internet preserves something for you. One of the nominees, Reno Omokri, while appearing on Mike On podcast, which belongs to our brother here, Sheona Kimbaloye, okay? That was 2 years ago. You know how time flies. Reno said that he can never work for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Now the question is, will Reno stick to his statements? You know, he's one of the names that have been appointed, that have been nominated. Will he stick to what he said, right? Or will he deny it? Or will he, throw it away into the dustbin and take the appointment? Before we play this, credit for this video is given to Sheon Akimbale.
To work with him, would you?
It will never happen.
Okay, which one? Which of the scenarios? Him approaching you or you accepting to work with him?
Oh my gosh, I don't want to betray privilege. Somebody from Bola Tinubu's camp has already reached out to me, and I told the person that, look, it cannot happen. I can't do it. It's just against my principles. I'm not. Some people can do that. It's not in my DNA. I can't do it. It's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. I wish Bola Tinubu well if he eventually is sworn in and then the court uphold his victory. But I can never work with him.
Right, so you heard it there. He said, I can never work with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. If he's sworn in, if the court clears him and he's eventually sworn in, he becomes president of Nigeria, has 4 years to serve in the first instance, I can never work with him. Right? So what will happen now that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has asked him to come and work with him? Bola Ahmed Tinubu has appointed him, has nominated him as ambassador. Is he going to stick to what he said? Or is he going to renege? Is he going to ignore that or gloss over it and take it as politics as usual? Well, the coming days will let us know more about the position that Reno Omokri is going to take concerning his nomination. This is Reno Omokri. This is Mahmoud, the immediate past chairman of INEC. This is Jimo Ibrahim. Jimo Ibrahim is a serving senator. He has a number of PhDs and master's degrees and all of that. He's one of the billionaires in Nigeria. He's from Ekiti State. So some persons may be asking, well, why would he leave the Senate to go pursue ambassadorial appointment? But just maybe that's part of the dreams that he has, to become a senator. If he has opportunity, he also goes for foreign service of Nigeria and all of that. But that may be his dream. But the fact remains that he has been nominated, and we expect the Senate to tell him to take a bow, which is wrong. I feel that everybody should be screened for the job that he is coming for. This is Fani Kayode, one of the strongest supporters of the president. If you say anything, if you criticize the president, and it gets to the table of Fani Kayode, and Fani Kayode is not happy with what you have written, it comes for you very strongly. He's been nominated. This is Reno Omokri, also with the president of Nigeria, former enemies in quotes, but now friends. He has been appointed or nominated, and his name will go to the Senate. We expect a lot of questions to go to Reno Omokri in the Senate. But all the same, congratulations to all the persons that have been nominated to go to the Senate and get screened for purpose of representing Nigeria in the foreign service. I can only say let the Senate be thorough in their screening. Let it not be business as usual. Let people not be asked to take a bow. Nobody takes a bow when you're going for job interview. So let everybody be properly screened, before the person is cleared. A lot of petitions are expected to go to the Senate against persons that have been nominated. Some petitions will come from your family, some will come from your village, some will come from wherever But whatever, let the petitions not be as a result of bad blood. Let it be as a result of credibility in the petition. And the Senate has a responsibility to look at every petition that has been sent. If it is possible, let more names go to the Senate so that all the states, okay, will feel that sense of representation. In the worst case scenario, let 2 states at least have 1 instead of some states having 3. If it is possible, let every state has at least 1 instead of some states having 3 and the other states not having. Nigeria belongs to all of us, and we hope that the proper things are done in the coming days. Many thanks always.